Number one, eye contact. When it comes to talking with somebody, eye contact is constantly mentioned for a reason. In public speaking, hang on for a second, this gets actually important. Eye contact is a benchmark when it comes to it. A sport entirely about being confident, about getting on a stage and just talking to as many people as possible. It's no wonder it applies to everyday conversation too. Picture this. You're talking to somebody and they're side on, not even looking at you, like they're just off with the fairies. Not even looking at you, they glance maybe every 15 minutes, right? You're not going to feel involved, connected, or even interested in the conversation. Simple, but that's just human psychology, right? We don't care if we're not involved. But let's say there's somebody talking to you, eye to eye, taking deep breaths, slowly getting their points across. There they are, just speaking to you like an actual human being. You are going to feel more connected, more interested in this conversation. Will you not? It's just basic human brain. Like, this is the caveman stuff. If somebody's not even looking at you when they're talking, you're going to just not care, right? I don't even blame you, I don't care either. But still, just looking at somebody during a conversation goes miles further than you could ever imagine. Yeah. When I first did public speaking, yes, I'm going to keep yapping about this. My eye contact was abysmal in my prepared speech. So there's like two different speeches. A prepared one where you make your own and like you look at everybody and you talk, and then an impromptu, which is basically you get given the topic, 2 minutes to write a story. You get your impromptu, you talk to everyone for 2 minutes. Basically, my eye contact sucked in the prepared speech, but I made up for it in the impromptu because I didn't have a crutch. So I could actually look at people and play off their reactions. That is how you have an actually human conversation. You look at somebody, you examine emotions, their mannerisms, and you think, oh, that joke didn't make them laugh. I should try a different style, or, maybe I'm just being overly autistic in my analyzation. But that's all well and dandy. But there's another step, another little thing that's just as important. And that's number 2. Faking it until you make it. When I was year 10, I'm so unk. I had just rejoined the public speaking competition, right? Haven't done it since year 5, year 6, and I wanted to do it again. So here I was, and it's the day of the speech, right? I need to go off to this place at like 6 o'clock, so get the shirt ironed, but I've still got 2 hours before that before I have to leave. So what do? I go to YouTube and I watch videos about how to look and act confident. Needless to say, I got served hot slop. The biggest one, the most stereotypical one I saw was just be yourself and just wing it. I'm going to focus on this one first, being yourself. It's so brain dead, genuinely. If you're trying to act confident, just being yourself is so brain dead, because being yourself is why you're not confident, right? Genuinely, being yourself is why you're anxious. It's why you're on this video in the first place. It's because you're not confident when you're yourself. Why would thinking about it extra hard this time make it work? Newsflash, it won't. That is why I will always preach this. This is what helped me so much. Fake it until you make it. Quite simple, quite literal. When you meet somebody, smile on your face, like the big broad shoulder, give them the handshake, all of that fun stuff. Just fake it, like up the ante. Because after a little while of doing this, maybe even 12 times doing it, it's almost secondhand nature. And that rewires, it overrides your anxious mannerisms. It takes time, sure, but it's noticeable. It's incredibly important. And now we have the biggest one. This is the most important thing when it came to me being confident. It's so far out of left field, it's so out of there that people don't realize it, that people don't appreciate it. And it's NoFap. When I first joined that speaking comp, yes, I'm going to keep mentioning it, I'm going to keep dragging this forever, deeply addicted, 2-3 times a day. I still wanted to start, but I figured this is 2 birds, 1 stone, like join the thing. I have to be more confident, and it's going to give me some drive, and it'll give me some momentum to hopefully kill this thing. And plus, I could actually be in touch with who I was when I was a younger kid. I'd lost that. I had lost that connection, that nostalgia of being young, being myself. I haven't experienced it since, truly. So this was the best way to do it. 4, 5, maybe even 6 years where I was completely locked off from who I even was as a person. You know what filled that vice? What just completely plugged that hole? Porn. If you're anything like me, then it affected you the same. You had a craving for something, a yearning for something. Love, relationship, intimacy, connection, any of those things. You couldn't get it. Simple. Probably because you weren't confident. I wasn't confident either. You need to admit these things to grow, right? These things take time. Porn is instant. You can get your phone. You can literally open Safari, like Google, Bing, Firefox, or DuckDuckGo, whatever that one is, and just search for porn. And it's there in seconds. But once it's over, once you get that high and you come back down, you will feel nothing. You're just numb, you're void, it's over. But there is a very powerful feeling you will get when you overcome that addiction. When I first did that competition, I completely frail, almost, scrawny, I couldn't talk to people, simple, introverted to my nature. By 9 months later, when I'd made significant progress on NoFap and I was speaking again, I was cracking jokes to audiences of at least, 150, 200 people? Simple. I loved it. I was so happy to be there. It doesn't matter how hard I got knocked down after that. It truly doesn't matter. I lost that competition, but I didn't care. Because the progress I made, the confidence NoFap gave me, changed everything. It's the sole reason I can sit down right here and talk to you. You know, face to face. I'm not hiding behind a mask. I'm not hiding behind like animations or anything. Face to face, normally, like an actual human conversation. All of this because of step number 3, the most important step out of all of them, NoFap. I don't blame people for not talking about how important, how beneficial it is, because it's a hard thing to just get people on board with. It's an actual addiction. You can't just go up to like rehab and tell people, guys, it's not good for you, right? It's not optimal for like muscle gain or anything. They're not gonna listen to you. They don't care. But the thing is, it's the truth. Eye contact, was a side effect of me getting off porn. Faking it until I make it was my vice to help with NoFap. I just faked being somebody who doesn't do it, and it worked. I faked someone who was confident, and it worked. But when you hit that golden point, when you just are done with porn, you're not going to start levitating or anything, right? But you will notice it. Completely, you will. It doesn't matter what anyone says, you will notice it. It will change your life. It needs to be talked out more, and I am going to drag this thing years from now. I will always preach. I will always say, I will always mention NoFap will make you more confident. I do not care what anyone else has to say. I don't care what the science says. I will talk about my experiences, like I have now. And the reason why I am confident right now is because of NoFap. If you're not on it, get started right away. The sooner you get started, the better you will be in life. It's simple. It takes up so much brain power. You cut it off. It's like an actual tumor. You pull it off your brain. You will be better as a person. That's about everything I wanted to spat about. So that's my yap sesh over. Thank you for watching. And I wish you all the best of luck. But very importantly, one step backwards, 2 steps forwards. It doesn't matter how hard you get knocked down, how far you get dragged behind. All that matters is you pick yourself back up and you go even harder than last time. This applies to everything in life. And I'm wishing you luck. Good luck, person. I'll see you in the next one.